Hello and welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. I have got Anthony here with me from Pound It Sports VIP, and he's going to help us break down Monday Night Football. But we also have a special guest. This is Greg from G Dog Sports. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Hi, thank you.
We're gonna all three of us break down Monday Night Football. We're gonna recap a little bit of Sunday, and talk maybe a little bit about the baseball game tonight, and give away a free play. First, Greg, can we ask you how you got started in cap?
Well, actually, I got started at a pretty young age. My dad used to bet and run numbers at work and things like that. So then I was probably like 15. One summer, he paid me to go through all the newspapers and write down all the box scores for all the pitchers and stuff. So I did that over the course of a summer and made enough money to buy one of my dream bicycles at the time. I was into BMX racing quite a bit, so I was able to. It was like a $500 bike too, so it wasn't like a cheap bike back then. So, but
Nice.
that was, and then after that, when I was in college, I was doing a little bit here and there. But then living in San Diego, I was close to the border, so I'd go down to Tijuana every Saturday morning. I wouldn't get up for work necessarily during the week on time, but I'd get up first thing in the morning on Saturday, drive down to Tijuana, and place my bets for the weekend. So,
Nice.
And then just had a lot of stuff offshore and like prior to 2001. And then obviously 9/11 changed all that. So I probably at one point had like 10 or 12 different offshore accounts. And then that changed. And then got married and didn't bet as much, but then kind of been taking it back up the last 5-6 years.
Right. Well, I started with mobile sports gambling being legalized here in Iowa January 1st. So, it's gotten increasingly popular. I mean, everyday folks are, going on their phone and opening DraftKings, FanDuel, or any similar app like that, and playing, betting there, whether it's $5 or $100, but it's turned the everyday, person into a wagering fanatic. So,
I was just watching a show on CNBC. Actually, it's called Generation Gamble. It was talking about the millennials basically in that generation with the phones and having easy access to be able to trade stocks or bet on sports or whatever the case is. So,
yeah, and I wanted to ask. This is something that I've wondered about since the advent of mobile sports gambling. Is how do you feel it affects the odds makers' lines? I mean, because you've got a lot more data now.
Yeah, I think a lot of these sports books, especially these legalized ones in different states, they're ripping off customers left and right with their lines. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I mean, the offshore handles the most action. Doesn't matter what it's Vegas or anywhere in the States, do the offshore is like 10, 20 times at least, if not larger. You might have
for sure
$1 billion here. You got 10 billion easy offshore. So that's where the big money is. I mean, you got international and soccer and all kinds of stuff there. So they run those lines a lot better and a lot tighter.
All right. Interesting. So, I know you guys both have promos. Why don't you, Anthony? Why don't you start with what's going on at Pound It Sports? Tell us a little bit about a promo, Monday night promo, perhaps.
Yeah, yesterday we had a 20 unit bomb, or if it lost, you got the rest of the year free. Had a few guys jump in on that. It cashed.
Yeah.
Very, very sweat job, but it cashed.
Yes, it did.
We had the Cowboys and the Rams at -105. But tonight we got the 4-0 Monday. Normally I do a 3-0 NFL or free week. Today we're doing 4-0 because I'm 3-0 in NFL and then 1-0 in Major League Baseball. So I got 5 or 6 plays total. And one of them is a money line parlay with the college football coming into this coming week. So 5 or 6 coming plays. 4 of those, and all in all, 4-0 or free week. 3 in NFL, 1 in Major League Baseball. I got the winners. I'm very excited. It's going to be a huge day. We're going to be eating W's today here at Pound It Sports, plain and simple.
I love it. All right, Greg, why don't you tell us what you got going on at G-Dog Sports?
I don't really have any promos right now. I mean, I usually charge $19 for a day pass, $75 a week, or $249 for the month. On the weekends, I'll do some NFL specials. This last weekend, I did $29 for the weekend, and you have to have a winning weekend, or you get the rest of the season free. So check towards the later part of this week, and we'll see what we got.
Very cool. All right. How about a little recap of yesterday? I'll start with Greg. Greg, any games stand out to you yesterday?
Obviously, there's a lot of them that I was very surprised by the Ravens destroying the number one offense in the league, the Chargers. That was supposedly a playoff preview, but if that's the case, then it's not going to be very close. And then, you had the Jaguars obviously getting their first win of the last 2 years or whatever, 20-game winning streak or losing streak, I should say, that snapped finally. So that's good. So Urban can probably be partying down in some London pubs over the weekend. And then, right. Obviously there's some other really good games like I was watching the Patriots and the Cowboys game. That was very entertaining. You had that pick six by Diggs and then turn right around and he gets burned for a 75-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So that was pretty sweet. But my Vikings making that shit interesting is just ridiculous. I mean, every game is like a one-score game. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they had 11-point lead 5 minutes ago. They let them march down the field 96 yards with less than 2 minutes left and like one timeout. And it's just ridiculous. And then luckily they ended up winning in overtime, but didn't need to be that way.
Right. And of course, Anthony and I being Bears fans, we just can't beat the Packers, no matter what. Yeah. We had Bears first half plus 3.5. Yeah. And that ended up cashing, we thought the Bears would come out hard and play tough for the first half and then give it away in the second half. That turned out to be
pretty much what happened.
Yep. Business as usual for the Bears Packers. So
five in a row. I think they've lost now. So
we haven't beaten them since 2018 to be accurate.
So five in a row. I think it is. So it's about right.
And then that Ravens Chargers game, that was surprising. The Chargers, of course, coming all the way across country to play in Baltimore. I didn't think it would affect them all that much, but man, you saw the Ravens struggle against the Colts, and then the Chargers, they tightened it up and Chargers come in, they got blown out. But
I don't know what the heck happened there.
I don't either. You think, the Chargers, their defense just really isn't that great.
The biggest surprise.
Well, more so the Ravens shut them down.
Washington
that's the thing.
Did not hit.
Yeah. Well, that was a pretty lame game in the first half too. Mahomes had they scored 21 unanswered. So they had to come from behind.
Mahomes,
and then obviously
interceptions in the red zone. That's what killed the over.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, I went 4-1 yesterday on totals, so I had a good day yesterday.
All right. We're looking forward to some analysis on tonight's game so our viewers can get their wagers in before the game. We've got about an hour and a half before kickoff.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about the baseball game before we head into NFL Monday night. We got
which one? Astros and Sox tonight?
Astros and Red Sox. Any leans, insight you can give the audience on the Astros Red Sox divisional series, championship series actually now, right?
I'm a Dodger fan, so I hate the Astros, so I hope they lose. That's my analysis. No, but I like the Sox at home with Rodriguez pitching. I think it's the line's not that bad. It's like minus 117 right now. So it's a pretty decent price to get them at home. They've pretty much been obviously the other day when they had 2 grand slams in the first 2 innings. That was pretty awesome. But I wouldn't expect that to happen tonight, but I would love to see the Astros lose, of course. But I do think that the Red Sox do have the edge at home tonight.
I'd like to see them. They beat my White Sox. Anthony, any insight into tonight's baseball game? I have not capped this game. I'm all focused on football right now. So
I like the Astros tonight. I think the Astros are going to win the series. They are the hot hitting team. They destroyed the White Sox. I mean, they made it look easy. White Sox just did not come prepared. Red Sox are hot. They beat the Rays. But the Astros, I think it just comes down to pitching and who's got a better bullpen. The Astros have a better hitting team, in my opinion, and definitely have a better bullpen. I got the Astros to win this game specifically, but overall series, I think the Astros do take the series. And I just hope whoever does make it to the World Series beats the hell out of the Astros in the World Series.
It'd be nice if the Dodgers could get some revenge on them. It's my personal bias.
Right on. All
I
right.
mean, I hope the Dodgers win because I don't have any faith in the Braves personally. The Braves are winning by, I mean, luck. I think more than anything, say luck, because Dodgers all around have the better skill, more talent, overall better club. But
dude, they left over 10 players on base last night.
I don't see the Dodgers.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither do I. I like the Dodgers in that
It's
series.
It's a great series. And I was curious. I mean, I'm sure you guys saw this, but the Dodgers are to win the series, come back plus 145. There's a lot of value in the Dodgers right now.
Yeah, I would say.
All right, great analysis. I don't think that's tempting though. I think the Dodgers come back and win the series at plus money. All right, what do you say?
Well, they were down 0-2 last year, and they came back and won. So they had the bubble series last year in Texas.
Right.
So
and this game, I like the 0-2 over as well.
Yeah. Well, Rodriguez gave up a lot of, he's kind of sketchy. He's had a good season. He was 13-8, but he's kind of sketchy.
What is the run total right now?
9.
Do you know the run total?
9.
9. Okay.
I would take the over 9 in Fenway with two shaky pitchers at best.
Yeah.
And the amount of offense that they've been able to generate, both teams.
And the Astros can hit, man. They're hitting. They're coming in hot. But so are the Red Sox. So I'm trying to lay off baseball as much as I can right now because baseball is just flip a coin in these playoffs. I don't care who you are. Nobody is capping baseball to the T.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Right. Well, at one point, the Astros were the best hitting team in the major leagues, and I was, that was when I started betting on them, and they got super cold, and they made it to my no bet list. So, but
that's funny.
But they got a good bullpen. You give the bullpen the lead,
yeah,
it's going to be tough to beat. They got a very good bullpen. I'll say that. So Red Sox, that's where they lack is bullpen and closer. I mean, Astros, I'll take that all day long. But
so ideally, you both would like to see Astros Dodgers in the World Series.
Yeah, why not?
That would be a great World Series. Now, if the Braves go in there, I don't have too much confidence in the Braves personally with their annoying chant. The most annoying chant in baseball.
Yeah, because you can't say sports because the Seminoles do the same thing.
Right. It's annoying down there too.
Yeah, I think that has.
You just don't get the spear in the middle of the field. But
yeah.
All right, what do you say we get down to some Monday Night Football? We have got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Nashville. Bills are I thought I saw 6.5. Currently is it 6 or 6.5, Anthony? It's 6. I've seen some places have it at 6.5. I think DraftKings has it at 6.5, but and then over under 53. 53.5 for a total.
That's what that's doing.
Yeah, it's 6 pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
Total's 53. 53.5 at a couple places. So.
Yep. Buffalo 4-1.
Got to shop it around.
4-1 against the spread too, and the line. Anthony, you and I were talking about this. The line at only 6. It seems like it should be like 10. Buffalo minus 10. I know they're on the road and stuff, but Tennessee has not played well this season. They
played well their last game.
It played well their last game. I can't believe they're 3-2. They got lucky in Seattle. They got blown out at home week 1. They got lucky.
They haven't even played good.
Well, that's the thing that's tough about NFL, obviously, is because the bookmakers obviously want action on both sides, and they manipulate it to entice certain people, to come on. Everybody and their brother that's an average bettor is going to say the Bills should have absolutely no problem in blowing out the Titans, period.
Right.
But I don't think that's going to be the case. I just don't. I think it's set up to be where the line's been. I mean, it moved only a half a point all week, opened at 5.5. It's at 6 right now. So, there hasn't been that much line movement. There's over 80% of the public is on the Bills. So I would definitely be looking at 6.5 for sure on the Titans.
And 58% of the money is on the Titans.
Yeah, that tells you something too.
So you're not going to catch me taking the Titans +6 though in this game. No way. I just don't have any faith in their defense.
No, I think I'm looking at the total. Looking at the over 53. I know it's a lot of points, but it could be one of those 38-29 types of games or 38-21 or whatever. I do think the Bills will win, but I think that there's some crazy games yesterday. Look at the defense yesterday with Minnesota and Carolina. That total was 47, and it didn't. It went over towards the end, but that was just. What was it, like 12-10 at halftime or something ridiculous? It's like it wasn't even on track to go over, but everybody got hot in the second half apparently. But that's what makes the NFL so difficult. It's just you got to look at numbers, percentages, numbers, sometimes calculating certain things. I throw out my numbers and half the time they're not working, so I have to go to plan B, and plan B is looking at tickets and money and manipulation of the line movement and stuff like that. So that's where I think I think tonight that's the over is a good play for that. So,
well, I certainly can see a lot of scoring. Now the Titans. I don't know if you had a peek at their injury list, but Anthony and I were talking about this earlier today. There was like 32 people on the Titans injury list.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So
I'm just looking at that. I just saw that too.
They're a little banged up, but the Bills don't really have a running game. That's what worries me about the Buffalo Bills is that they don't. Their first notion is to pass. With Josh Allen, get Diggs and Emmanuel Sanders out running longer routes and Cole Beasley underneath, and then guys like Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, they're an afterthought. They don't run the ball. They also like to throw to the tight end too. Now that Knox has been making a name for himself. And then the Titans, their first instinct is to run. They've got arguably the toughest runner in the NFL, Derrick Henry. And then now you've got Julio Jones and AJ Brown.
They're both questionable for tonight.
They're both questionable. They're both banged up. Like I said, the Titans are heavily banged up. The Titans don't have any real playmakers at the tight end position either. Jonnu Smith has gone to New England. They've got guys like Anthony Firkser out there who doesn't really scare anybody. And then
the thing that's interesting about these things, though, Tooch, is that you have everybody kind of thinks like, okay, that's just like the Bills. They're 4-1. The Titans are crappy, and then they got all these injuries, and it's like, you'll be surprised at the outcome. I guarantee it.
And that's what worries me
most of the time. I wouldn't necessarily say this game, but I would say most of the time. That's why it's like, oh yeah, 6 points. Hell yeah, that's just a touchdown, no problem. But I'd be wary of that.
Exactly.
For those very reasons.
That is what worries me is that I could see the Titans keeping it close. Being able to put enough points to.
It's a division game too, pace. So it's like no, it's not.
It's a conference game. Game. And the Bills are on the road. Their record on the
Bills
road
played better on the road. Bills are a very good road team. Tennessee is not a hard place to win at. You know how there's some stadiums like New England's not a easy place to win at. An easy place to win at. Tennessee is not a hard place to win at. So huge advantage goes to the Bills.
It's not like you're going to Lambeau.
The line tells me it's like a kind of exactly. The line, just by looking at the line, like you said, it looks like a trap game. But after really diagnosing everything, AJ Brown, he'll probably play. He's not a game changer. Julio Jones, if he plays, which I don't think he will, he's a game changer. If those two play fully healthy, then we have a whole different ballgame. But those two guys are banged up. Tannehill is already struggling in the pocket. He's not mobile. If you actually watch a Titans game, that guy runs for his life. His protection is near zero. So they have to give the ball to Derrick Henry. And believe it or not, you know damn well the Bills are going into this game saying we have to stop Derrick Henry. And they're a defense. They're by far the best defense in the league. They're gonna stop Derrick Henry. And I'd be shocked, to be honest with you, if he scored over 100 yards rushing today. The Bills have a lot of pride. 2 shutouts. They're gonna put their money where their mouth is tonight. Look what they did to the Chiefs. They absolutely destroyed the Chiefs at home. Embarrassed them by 18. So
Yeah.
I love the Bills. I mean, I'll be the sucker. I will be the sucker. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to admit it. But today, I'm going to be the sucker, and I love the Bills and the over.
This is I see. Both of you guys are making great points. Now, 2 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks ago, we had the Cowboys Eagles Monday night, and I said, "God damn, man, Cowboys -3." This is the easiest bet I could make, they won by 20. Then the next week, it's the Chargers and I forget, it was the Chargers and Raiders,
Ravens.
And the Chargers, right? Was it Chargers and Raiders? Yeah. Chargers and Raiders, and I was like, this can't be that easy, too. They blew out the Raiders, too. Then the next week, you have Browns and Colts. The Colts came in and, smacked them around in the first half smacked the Ravens around. But this week, this game feels like the Cowboys Eagles to me. The Bills are number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah.
If anybody can stop Derrick Henry, it's Tremaine Edmonds and company. Yeah, the Bills linebackers
defense in the league that can or have a chance at least. So I saw this statistic 2 weeks ago, and I told you earlier, Tooch, about this. Not sure if you know, G-Dog, but for the viewers at home watching this is a great thing. The Buffalo Bills are the only team in the NFL that have 10 offensive starter linemen. They have 10 starters. Each starter plays 50 to 53% of the snaps. So at all times, you got a fresh lineman protecting Josh Allen. Blocking holes for whatever poor running game you have. But that is huge. They invest it took the coach 3 years, the front office, to build this offensive line team. 10 offensive linemen, all starters, and they rotate. So if one gets hurt, it's not like you got backup. You have another starter fill in. I think it's a phenomenal system, and it's working in Buffalo.
We'll see.
Right. The Titans pass defense number 23 in the league. Josh Allen should not have that much of a problem passing against the Titans. But like Greg said, we'll see. Their rush defense for Buffalo, number 2 in the league, pass defense number 1. Their pass rush pretty good, too, for the Bills. Everything points to the Bills. Like Greg says, Greg, you feel 6 points is a lot of points for a home team, for a home dog. And I'm not going to deny that either. But I'm not putting any money on the Titans. So maybe the total is the better play, 53.5. But like I said, I could also see this game being like 30-20 and just falling short. 30-21. 28-21. Oh,
Who knows?
I don't know if I'm going to bet it yet. I haven't put any bets in on it, so I don't know yet. But any final thoughts?
You know what? I don't know what the prop number is. There's a good prop bet. Over 1.5 sacks for Tannehill from the Buffalo defense. I mean, that's pretty easy because he's going to get sacked about between 3 to 5 times, in my opinion.
I like it.
Mayfield got sacked 4 times just in the first half yesterday. He's gonna get destroyed.
Another good.
I'm glad you brought that up. Didn't I say it yesterday too? Yep. The worst play calling on earth. 4th down conversion. They have Mayfield drop back and he gets sacked at 4th down. What happened in the first quarter when they went for it on 4th down? At 4th and 2, they go for it on the 36-yard line. Sacked. I was like, I just said that on the show. I just said that.
Well, it's because you got Stefanski there, man. He used to be the coordinator and
Horrible.
offensive coordinator in Minnesota. I hated that guy.
All right.
With
Terrible.
Kirk Cousins, he's not getting sacked as much.
No.
Any
He's been on fire this year, man.
any final thoughts on the game, Greg, before we give away a free play? And I want to get your thoughts on another game too, real quick before we.
No
Give
more
away.
on this game, man. It's fine.
No more on this game.
We talked about it enough.
Anthony, you're all over the Bills. Any thoughts on the total?
I'm more on the over than the Bills personally. I just think Bills are just going to destroy them personally. I'll take the 6 points. I'll take the over. It's going to be a rout. I'll be the sucker. I mean, I can't say.
Bills might score 48 by themselves.
They're too injured.
There you go. That's it. Bills might score 48 by themselves. Right. Exactly. I want to Wednesday.
38 on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's right. Not a great defense though in Kansas City, but Wednesday, Coastal Carolina is at the Rock, Appalachian State. Only 3.5, or now it's 4. Coastal Carolina -4. Coastal Carolina has been destroying teams. Any thoughts on real quick before we head to give away a free play? I love Coastal Carolina in this game, but I don't get it.
Let me see.
I know I'm putting you on the spot without any prep. You haven't capped it yet.
So Coastal Carolina's at Appalachian State. Appalachian State's been sucking, so.
Yep. Coastal Carolina been on a roll.
Like the opening line was 3, updated lines 3.5. I'm winning by at least 5 or more, and Appalachian State with like a 47% chance to cover at home. So anything that's less than 48% or greater than 52%, I usually lean that way.
All right. Nice.
What are you shaking your head at?
Me?
No, Anthony. Like, what do you do? What's up?
Me?
I like Coastal Carolina in that game myself.
Oh, telling my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what do you say we give away a free play for tonight's game?
Over 53.
All right, hold on. one the transition here. All right, that's our record. We're that far under 500. We got some catching up to do for Max Edge free play record.
Some bad luck.
Shit.
Free play record.
All right, tonight we're going with the over. Right?
Yep.
Bills Titans over 53. Nice.
Yeah.
I actually like that play. Let's hope we can make up some ground on our free play record. Jeez.
I haven't been a part of that disclaimer.
Right.
It's not my record.
Well, the thing is,
we had some props
I mean, prop plays, but
killed us.
I mean, the thing is, we can't give you the best plays on the show.
Yeah.
Because all the clients get all the best plays.
For
So
sure.
I got to give you like secondary plays on here. I hate to say it like that, but
yeah.
I can't do the premium.
Pick them out of a hat, right?
When people are paying me.
Yep. Sign up for VIP to get our lots.
You have a hat. Pick them out of the hat.
Yeah, I mean,
who are we going with tonight?
I made over $6,000 last month at VIPs.
Yeah.
Yep. VIP is hitting. The bomb yesterday. That hit. We had to sweat out the Cowboys game, but that hit.
I would say.
Yeah. All right. Well, Greg, thanks for coming along, and hopefully you can come back again.
Sure.
Maximum Edge, and Anthony and I are back here on. When are we back here, Anthony?
Thursday.
All right. Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow's our weekend. Tomorrow's our Saturday.
Tuesday and Wednesday is the only day that Anthony and I don't do the show, so it's like our weekend. But
nice.
Thanks again for coming by.
We'll rep her.
Nice.
Yep, we're here. We're here Thursday at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern.
Cool. Well, thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire, to